we have learned about planets. What are the common name and what is the Indian name, what do we call? What are the interesting facts about the planets? And we have learned how much time it's going to take one complete revolution around the sun. And we have learned even the number of moons also. How many moons does a planet have? About these things we have learned from lesson number 3. Now please be ready with page number 294. So in the last class we were unable to complete the topic the moon. Now today we are going to learn about the moon, phases of moon, stars and constellation. So in the previous lesson we have learned about planets, and you be ready with your term book and pencil. So today's topics are moon, phases of moon, then star and constellation. So let us learn about all these things clearly. Page number 294. So before going into the lesson, you should wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water. For at least 1 minute you should wash, and always use clean things whenever you are cleaning yourself. Like after washing your hands, you will just clean your hands with napkin or any towel, isn't it? So use only clean things which are dried in hot sun. Okay. So if we dry it in hot sun, it's going to kill the germs which are present in it. That's why whenever you go out and come, wash everything neatly and put it in hot sun for 2 to 3 hours. So it's going to kill the germs. Then in today's class we will learn about the moon and phases of moon, star and constellation. So the moon, everyone loves to see the moon, isn't it? During night time, sometimes it's round in shape, and sometimes it's only half, and sometimes it is crescent like this. This is called as crescent shape. Okay, like that different shapes of moons are there. These are nothing but phases of moon. But actually the moon is not going to change its shape. That is how it's going to appear. Let us see why it's going to appear like this in different shapes. Let us learn. So lesson number 3, and today we are going to learn the moon. So the moon is our nearest neighbor in the space. So in the solar system, along with the earth, there are other planets also. Planets and even natural satellites are also there. So among all that, this moon is very closest neighbor to the earth. It moves around the earth in the same way the earth moves around the sun. So this is called revolution of the moon. So how earth moves around itself and around the sun, that is rotation and revolution, we have learned, isn't it? Rotation, turning around itself. Revolution is turning around something. So how does the earth rotate and revolute around the sun? Even in the same way, the moon also is going to revolve around the earth. Now understood? The earth is going to rotate and revolve around the sun. Now here the moon is going to revolve around the earth. It's not going to rotate. It's going to revolve around the earth. So the moon completes one revolution in about the same time that it takes to complete a rotation about its axis. So the moon completes one revolution in about 27 days. So here the moon is going to complete one complete revolution around the earth in 27 days. Whereas the earth, it will take 365 days. 365 days to make one complete round around the sun. Whereas moon, it takes only 27 days to make a complete round around the earth. A body which moves around a planet in a fixed orbit is called as natural satellite. Like how around us, around the sun, the planets are moving in fixed orbit and they are called as planets. Now for a planet, if anything that moves in a fixed path, that is in an orbit, if anything moves around a planet, and that is called as natural satellite. And for Earth, we have only one natural satellite. How many natural satellites we have? We have only one natural satellite. So the Moon is the natural satellite of Earth. It is the fifth largest satellite in the solar system. It has no light of its own. However, it appears bright because of the sunlight reflected from its surface. Now, if you look at the Moon, it is the natural satellite, and in the previous lesson we have learned that all the other planets also have their own natural satellites. Like Jupiter is there. For Jupiter you have 79 natural satellites. That means 79 moons are going to revolve around Jupiter. Like that, each and every planet has natural satellites. Among all these natural satellites, our Earth has one natural satellite, and this satellite is the fifth largest moon. Okay, among all the moons, our moon is the fifth largest moon. And this moon, it doesn't have light. Like we already discussed, they don't have light on their own. But how we are able to see the moon? It is just because of the sunlight reflection which is falling on the moon. So because only of the sunlight, we are able to see the moon. So Neil Armstrong, now I know box I am telling. Neil Armstrong was the first astronaut to step onto the moon. So as it is very near neighbor to us, we can go to the moon through the rocket, and till now many people have visited the moon, and the first person was Neil Armstrong. So Neil Armstrong is the first person to step onto the moon. Now here there are checkpoints. Write true or false. Write true for true, T for true and F for false. The first one is, be ready with your pencil everyone. The sun lies in the center of the solar system. The first one is, the sun lies in the center of the solar system. Yes, it is true. So you should write only single letter, T for true and F for false. The sun is very hot because it consists of fire. The sun is hot because of it consists fire. Is it true? No, it is false. The sun is hot because it has burning gases in it. It is hot because it has burning gases. The sun gives us vitamin A. Is it true? No, it is false. Then what vitamin it is going to give? It is going to give us vitamin D. The sun and the 8 planets together form the solar system. Yes, the sun and the 8 planets, they together form solar system. It is true. The moon is the 4th largest satellite in the solar system. So moon is the 4th largest satellite in solar system. Is it true? No, it is false. Moon is the 5th largest satellite. So first and fourth are true and remaining are false. The next comes phases of moon. Phases of moon. Phases is nothing but sometimes a round moon is appeared, sometimes there is no moon at all, and sometimes only half moon. Like that, different shapes of moons we can see. Those are nothing but we call it as phases of moon. Like in page number 295. So here you can see different shapes of the moon. The moon is round in shape, but it appears to change its shape every day. So these different shapes are known as phases of moon. So one time it will be very completely round in shape. Slowly the shape is going to decrease and then there will be no moon at all. Again from the next day onwards, again the shape is going to increase. Like this every day among this 27 days, every day the moon is going to change its shape. And these shapes we call it as phases of moon. So what do we call? Phases of moon. So here there is a picture, first picture, and in that there is no moon at all. And that phase is called as new moon. It is also called as no moon also. So the next one is crescent moon. So it is crescent moon. The next one is half moon. The next one is full moon. And again next is half moon. So from this new moon to this new moon, it's going to take completely 27 to 28 days. How many days it's going to take? 27 to 28 days. So in the beginning there is no moon at all, and this phase is called as new moon, and we also call it as no moon also. And in the next phase you can see a crescent moon, that is very little part of the moon you can see. The next is the half moon. The next is the full moon. So from new moon to full moon it's going to take 14 days. How many days it's going to take? 14 days. Again from full moon, then half moon, then crescent moon to new moon. From here till here again it's going to take another 14 days. So 14 plus 14, it's going to take around 27 to 28 days. So from one new moon to another new moon, it's going to take 28 days. Here there is no moon, then this is called as crescent moon, half moon, full moon. And again half moon, crescent moon and no moon or new moon. So these are the different phases of moon. So phases of moon, it's completely depend on the sunlight. So how much part of the moon is visible? That is completely depend on the sunlight. How much part of sunlight is falling on the moon? Only that part we will be able to see that night. So the next topic is stars and constellation. So during the night time we see so many stars twinkling in the sky, isn't it? If it is a clear sky without any clouds, you can see very beautiful stars twinkling. Even sun is also a star, but sun it looks like a hot burning gas because it is very near to us, it looks very hot. But whereas all these other stars, they are very far away. That's why they look very small and very tiny, as if it is not a burning gas at all, burning ball. Same like other stars, even sun is also a star. Same like how the sun is glowing with the light and how it's burning, even the other stars also they are going to burn, but they are very far away. That's why they look very small and they do not appear as if they are burning. So we see innumerable. Innumerable means very plenty. We cannot count at all. So we see innumerable stars twinkling in the sky. They look tiny, but actually they are very big in size. size. They are also very big like sun. Same like our sun only. They are also very huge. They are many times bigger than the earth. We use a telescope to see the distant stars clearly. So as stars and even planets are very far away, so to see the stars very clearly, we use the device called as telescope. So telescope is used to see the objects which are very far away. So to see the other planets, our neighboring planets, the moon and stars, we use telescope. So the sun is also a star. Like the sun, all the other stars are huge ball of burning gases. They have their own light, and after the sun, the stars closest to us is the Proxima Centauri. So same like sun, even other stars are also, they are also stars. They have their own light, they have their heat. But the thing is, they are very far away. Now the sun is the nearest star to us. Now if you leave the sun, the next nearest star is Proxima Centauri. So Proxima Centauri is the second nearest star to Earth. The star that shines most brightly in the night sky is Sirius. So among all the stars, if you leave the sun, because sun is very near to us, it will glow very much. But if you leave the sun, the next brighter star which glows very brightly is Sirius. And it is also called as dog star. The other name for Sirius is dog star. So some group of stars, they form patterns. Like in front of your home, your mother will put dots and she will join all the things, isn't it? All the dots. We call that as some rangoli or muggu you call, isn't it? Even in the same way, in the sky also, if you see, you can see like three stars in line mostly, and few stars they together they form like patterns, like different patterns they form, and they are called as constellation. What are they called? Constellations. So here you can see different constellations. So some group of stars they form patterns. Such patterns are called as constellations. So here are names of such patterns. Great Bear, Scorpius, Leo and Orion are some examples. There are so many constellations, but here they have given 4 examples to you: Great Bear, Scorpius, Leo and Orion. So these are the examples of some constellations. Some constellations can be seen in the sky on a clear night are the Ursa Major or Great Bear. So whenever there is a clear sky without any clouds, you can see this Great Bear constellation in the sky. And you can also see Orion or Hunter. Orion is this. Orion, and the other name is Hunter. So these 2 constellations you can see in the sky. Hope you all understood the lesson. Now in the next class we are going to learn about the satellites. So what are satellites? Already you have learned about natural satellite, that is moon. So the next topic we are going to learn about artificial satellites. And your homework is you should draw the phases of moon. So you should draw phases of moon from page 295. Draw it in your homework book for one time. So hope you all understood this lesson. We have learnt about moon, we have learnt about phases of moon, then stars and constellation. And the next topic we are going to learn about satellites and artificial satellites. So So hope you all understood. Thank you.